This is how you can calculate for the atomic mass of the first 20 elements in the periodic table without even lifting your pen. Good everyone, my name is Graphics. First of all, let's see how we can arrange this in our periodic table, right? Now we know we have 8 groups. Group 1, Group 2, Group 3, Group 4, Group 5, Group 6, Group 7, and Group 8, right? So elements are arranged down the group. So I'm going to write the group in this manner, right? And we have 7 periods, right? So I have period 1, period 2, period 3, and period 4, period 5, 6, and 7, and so on and so forth. So this is what we have. Now the next thing is I start putting each of these elements in this group. There are different ways that you can arrange this accordingly on the periodic table. Now let's start with this. Now if you look at the left hand side, I remember a rhyme while I was still in school, and the rhyme goes like this. You can say that with me. We have hello. The first letter in hello is H, and that will stand for what? Hydrogen. I'm going to put it in group 1, right? So I'll put a subscript of 1, meaning that what? That is atomic number. Hydrogen has an atomic number of what? Of 1. It's the first element. The next one is what? Helen. Helen has, starting with He, starting from what? Meaning helium. So I'll go to group 8 and place He here. Is that taken? That is for helium. Now we have listing. Take the first 2 letters, that is what? For lithium, right? So I'm going to put it in group 1 back. Start taking, having atomic number of what? 3, because that's the third element. And the next word is Bella. So from the word you take the first 2 letters, that is beryllium. So I'll put Be, right? With atomic number of what? 4. Now the next one is before. Take the first letter B, that is for what? Boron, right? Atomic number of what? 5. Then the next word is coming. I take the first letter C, that is for carbon. Then the next word is never. I take the first letter N, that is for what? Nitrogen, having atomic number of what? 7, right? Then the next one is offend. I take the first letter O, having atomic number of what? 8, that stands for what? Oxygen. The next word is Florence. I take the letter F, standing for the word fluorine, right? Having an atomic number of what? 9. The next letter is Nelson. I take the first 2 letters Ne, that is for neon. It has an atomic number of what? Of 10. I have the next letter national. I take the first 2 letters, which is what? Na, that is for what? Sodium, right? Atomic number of what? 11. The next word is major. I take Mg, right? As for the word magnesium, having a atomic number of 12. Then allow. Take the first 2 letters, standing for aluminium, Al, having atomic number of 13. Silas, I take the first 2 letters, Si, meaning for what? For silicon, right? So having atomic number of what? 14. Pass, that is the next word, taking the first letter P for what? Phosphorus, right? Now the next one letter is so. I take the first letter, meaning for what? For sulfur, having atomic number of what? 16. Then close, I take the first 2 letters Cl for what? For chlorine, having atomic number of what? 17. Then after, I take the first letter A, then I know Ar, that is for what? For argon, right? And having atomic number of what? 18. Then the next one is kissing, right? The word is kissing. Take the first letter K for what? Potassium, and having atomic number of what? 19. Then the last but not the least, we have caro, meaning the first 2 letter, which is Ca, and that is for calcium, having atomic number of what? 20. So this is the first 20 element that is arranged in ordered form according to their atomic number, right? So look at what I've written here. So you can use this to remember how to arrange this on what? On the periodic table. So let's do that again. Let's use as a rhyme. Hello, Helen. Listen, Bella, before coming. Never offend Florence Nelson. National Major. Allow Silas pass so close after kissing Carol. Right? So you can just memorize that if you want to remember on how to arrange the first 20 elements in the what? In the periodic table. Now let's come to the banger here. Now, if you notice one thing, the first 20 elements occupy 4 of the period and 8 of the what? Of the group. Now what we'll do is, how can I know the atomic mass since I have already known the atomic number, right? So this is what we are going to do here. We know 2, 4, 6, 8, they are all even numbers. So what am I going to do to get atomic mass is as easy as this. For all the elements found in the group that are even, which is 2, 4, 6, 8, you multiply them by 2, right? So that means, let's see, multiply what by 2? Multiply the atomic number by 2. So if I multiply, let's take for instance now group 2. We have 3 elements there, which is the beryllium, the magnesium, and what? The calcium. They have atomic number of 4, 12, and 20 respectively. So if I multiply the 4 by 2, I will have 8, meaning the atomic mass of beryllium is what? Is 8. For magnesium, if I multiply the 12 by 2, meaning I have the atomic mass of magnesium to be what? 24. For calcium, if I multiply the atomic number by 2, meaning I'm what? I'm having the atomic mass of calcium to be what? 40. Can you get the logic? Now you can do this now. Let's go to group 4. It's an even group, right? So carbon C has atomic number of 6. Multiplied by 2, what will you have? 12, meaning the atomic mass of carbon is 12. Silicon has atomic number of what? 14. Multiplied by 2, meaning the atomic mass of silicon is what? Is 28. You can see that? Now you can pause the video and try group 6 and see what you have, right? Now you see that if you multiply the atomic number of oxygen, which is 8, by 2, you'll be having 16, meaning the atomic mass of what? Of oxygen is what? 16. The next one we have there, the sulfur, is 16, multiplied by 2, you'll be having what? 32. Right? Now let's go to group 8. Now you can do that. Atomic number of helium is 2, multiplied by 2 is 4, meaning the atomic mass is 4. Atomic number of neon is 10, multiplied by 2, that will give us 20, meaning atomic mass of neon is 20. And argon, atomic number is what? 18, multiplied by 2, meaning that what? Atomic mass is what? 36. You can see the logic here. That is for the even group. And please, if you are finding this video helpful and you are learning one or two things from this video, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share the video. Thanks. We'll proceed. Now, in terms of the odd group are group 1, group 3, group 5, and what? Group 7. The only one that is exceptional here that it doesn't apply to is hydrogen. If you just add 1 to hydrogen, the atomic mass will now be what? 2. So the atomic mass of hydrogen is 2. We know that. That's the only thing that is exceptional here. But all other thing is being applied to. So let's see. In terms of Leon is in group 1. That is what? Odd group, right? So what you do is multiply the atomic number by 3. What will you have? You'll be having what? 6. Then add 1 to it. That is 7. So whatever you multiply the odd group by 2, you must add 1 to it, right? So for lithium, 3 times 2 is 6, then add 1 to it, meaning that the atomic mass of lithium is what? Is 7, because 6 plus 1 is 7. In terms of sodium, it has 11 atomic number, multiplied by 2 is 22, then add 1 to it. I will have in what? 23. So the atomic mass of sodium is what? 23. Potassium, right? Multiply it by what? By 2. Start taking, and you're having what? 38. Then add 1 to it. That'll give you what? 39. So the atomic mass of potassium is what? 39. So in the odd group, which is 1, 3, 5, and 7, you're going to multiply by 2, then you add 1 to it. Is that okay now? So you can try that for group 3. Group 3, we have boron. Boron have an atomic number of 5. Multiply by 2 is 10. Then add 1 to it is 11. So the atomic mass of boron is what? 11. Now let's try that of aluminium. 13 multiplied by 2, that is 26. Then add 1 to it, that will give us what? 27. So the atomic mass of aluminium is what? 27. Then when you go to the next one, group 5, that is the odd group, we have nitrogen 7 multiplied by 2, 14. They add 1 to it, that will give us what? 15. So atomic mass of nitrogen is what? Is 15. And so on and so forth. So we have the word phosphorus here. Multiply 15 by 2, which is atomic number, you have 30, then add 1 to it. That will give us what? 31, and so on and so forth. So in terms of the next odd group, which is group 7, the element that is occupying that group is fluorine and chlorine. And we know fluorine has an atomic number of 9. So multiply by 2, that would be 18. Add 1, that will be what? 19. So the atomic mass will be what? 19. And we have chlorine here, which have atomic number of 17. Multiply by 2, you have 34. Add 1 to it, that is what? 35 approximately, right? So this is meaning that the atomic mass is what? 35. So this is how you can find the atomic number, atomic mass of the first 20 elements, well arranged in ordered manner across the group, down the group, and across the period in the periodic table, right? So if you have found this video helpful, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and also share the video. Thanks for watching.